Good morning, Pokefans. Welcome back to a brand new video where we climb the season rank ladder using a team that we built from scratch. Wow, that was way different than what I'm used to. My name is Matt, and I want to wish you guys a happy Sunday. Now, when I'm recording this, which is Saturday night, I'm tired, but I'm here. So we're going to have fun, and we're going to do our best to kick off Sunday and the rest of this upcoming week with a video every day, all the way up until Saturday. Like I mentioned, I believe it was Thursday's video, then I'm just going to take Saturdays off because that makes it so much easier to plan around content days with or without having mandatory overtime days. So it just makes it so much easier in the long run. Also, this upcoming weekend, not the 14th, the 11th through the 14th. So that Friday through Monday next week, we have the Grand Challenge, I believe number 4, that opens up on Friday. And then we have the Georgia Regional, which is going to be really, really cool to watch. Now, I know that I previously said that I would not be releasing content on the days that a regional is going to play, but because it is Sunday, I think I'm going to be okay. Either that or I could just push it and you guys can have a double upload like on Monday, but I don't really want to do anything like that as it really complicates things down the line. So I'm going to just continue with the schedule that I have. So Sunday through Friday, that way you guys have plenty of things to watch on the channel and we'll go from there. Now, unless I, for some reason, get a massive headache after work and I have to take Friday off, which is not going to be a thing, at least I hope. I know Friday was kind of rough, but it is what it is. For now, though, we're going to get into our matches and hope for the best. We are, I think, 8-4. I think that's it. 12 battles so far. I know this is like episode 3. We're already in Master Ball, so right now we're just literally trying out our team to see how far we can get in the rank ladder. And I'm really hoping to keep the record as low as physically possible. Now, I did offer a question last time to let me know what you guys think of what I should have for Zamazenta for Crunch, and that option is still available. I did do some digging and I found out that Crunch does have a place and usage. It looks like I had calced ahead for Shadow Rider because it can do anywhere between 80 to almost KO. I think it stops at like 95% with no attack investment whatsoever into Crunch. I know that it's ×4, so I guess that's where a lot of that damage comes from. But, instantly get it down to like less than 10%. I'm not upset by that. It just means that if I hit it with anything else, it's definitely gonna go down. There's just no way. And if it somehow turns into a Terra Fairy, then Behemoth Bash will do far more damage. Is it a KO? I don't think so, but could be fun to watch. Anyways, I won't take too much of your guys' time. Let's go ahead and get to our matches and see you guys at the end. Let's get it done. Okay, we've got Shadow Rider Calyrex, Dragonite, Qianpao, Urshifu, Rillaboom, and Weezing. Now we're coming across Calyrex and Weezing quite a bit, all because their ability gets it essentially becomes ignored. Well, let me reset that. I know that I said I'm tired. So Calyrex's ability does not get negated. I'm not 100% sure why, but it just tells you that you can literally use Weezing and not have to use the ability pouch. Now, if they still made it so it was affected and you had to use the ability pouch, that's a little bit more feasible for me, but because it doesn't, it makes it incredibly hard. So the best thing that I could do is maybe bring in Frigoraph like I did last time and hope for the best. We might do that with you know what, let's go ahead and do Whimsicott, Ogerpon, Frigoraph, and Zamazenta. We're gonna leave Qianpao and Fluttermane in the back. Now, leaving Qianpao in the back is probably the worst idea, but I'm assuming that they're gonna open up with Qianpao and Dragonite. They can clearly see that I will have Frigoraph on my side, but they're probably thinking that, okay, well, they're gonna have to bring in someone that can outspeed Calyrex, especially if I open up with Weezing. Qianpao and Calyrex. This is really, really interesting because I still open pretty decently. I can now set up the Tailwind Terra. And I'm gonna go for the Calyrex. I think this is a bait. I think this is Dragonite, but in the event that it's not, I'm okay with the outcome, because then it kind of forces a different play style from them. Now they could swap and just bring out Wheezing, which, okay, I outspeed still, and I have a +1 to my Ivy Cudgel. I won't get the +1 to my thing, but doesn't look like the swap is coming in. Ogerpon's gonna change. Chien-Pao can't really redirect anything. Gets Sucker Punch, but it's not enough to get the KO. I know that one for sure. Shard. I mean, that's decent. Surprised that they were able to get that off, but that's okay. You are scarfed? You have to be scarfed. There was no way that you would outspeed Ogerpon. Yeah, he has to be scarfed. There's absolutely no way. None. Absolutely none. And you're down. Calyrex goes down because it's 333. That's so high. Absolutely high. We're gonna bring out Burgraff now. Please tell me you have anybody. Just anybody. It'd be dope. Burgraff comes out. Okay. Please be Dragonite. I can't read that. It is Dragonite. Okay, good. Okay. Go ahead and Hyper Voice. And I'm gonna Ivy Cudgel the Chien-Pao, which may protect. Would make sense for it to protect. But Dragonite can't extreme speed, so if this is banded, they're kind of in trouble. And I outspeed. So we're gonna see. I doubt that this is a player that doesn't know about Armor Tail. I Cudgel to come in and hit Chien-Pao. They don't worry about any type of priority. There is Sash. Shot to not get the KO. Like, it's really, really close though. Slide. That is going to stop Farigiraf from using Hyper Voice, but that's totally fine. Maybe... No, I don't think I was going to be able to lift that. I was thinking maybe I could use something else. I doubt that was going to be the case. I think this is a shot. Not like Chien-Pao can do a whole lot to me, and that might not be a banded Dragonite, but we'll see. Might swap here. Right now, Chien-Pao is dropping everyone's physical defenses, but we'll see what Dragonite does. And I still outspeed currently. Withdrew Dragonite. Okay, so that was abandoned. Bring out Urshifu probably. Yeah, it is, and it's water. Okay. Protect on the Chien-Pao, but I went this way. That's almost a one-shot. That's almost a one-shot. I have one for one more turn. Yeah, I'll go after Urshifu. The only thing that they can do is maybe priority, and Aqua Jet isn't going to do a ton since Calyrex had the Scarf. It's not, and I have Tailwind, so it could technically protect here. Nope, okay. So it's gonna go down. Sacred Sword. That's a lot. The Sacred Sword does do damage because it ignores my defense buffs. That's not good. Dragonite comes back out. Please don't protect on Chimpao. If you do, you got me. Nope, here comes Terra. This is probably gonna go to Dragonite to make it normal. Nope, Chimpao, this is Ghost. So he probably didn't protect. Okay. Sacred Sword. That is unfortunately gonna be enough for Dragonite to take me out. Bash. So unfortunately, we're gonna lose our first battle back. But that was banded, 100%. We did make the correct move. The only other thing I could have possibly done is maybe get rid of Chimpao before going after Urshifu. But I didn't want to create any more opportunities for Urshifu to like use close combat. While Sacred Sword is a move that is heavily in contention, I use it personally just because of the same reason. It was more dangerous than letting Urshifu kind of get the runaround, especially if I guessed wrong when they were picking their Terra choice. So I guess I could have done something a little bit different, but it was really, really hard to not make that choice. I don't think Burgraff was needed in that battle whatsoever because they immediately swapped into something else. So if I had Chimpao there to be able to do some really cool ice moves against them, that would have made it a little bit easier. So that was more of a misguess on my part. Okay, so we have Incineroar, Moongus, Raging Bolt, Landorus, Cornet, Urshifu, and Ice Rider Calyrex. Okay, let's bring in Burgraff and kind of dig in Ogerpon. I need it for something else. Let's do Fluttermane. Fluttermane for now. Then we'll do Ogerpon. Not Ogerpon. Let's do Zama and Chimpao. Zama is definitely going to help us here because we can stop the multi-hits, which may be on Raging Bolt. Could also have Searing or Sandsear Storm on Landorus Incarnate. But we also stop 100% of the Glacial Lance, forcing them to do a single target move. But I just need to make sure that I have Burgraff on the field so that I can stop them getting up Trick Room. And if I can do that, we'll be golden. I can also Terra Fire, which is currently what my Burgraff is still set to make sure that I don't take as heavy as a hit. Okay. Landorus and... Oh, do I not? Oh, I do have Burgraff. I do have Burgraff. Okay. So now Fake Out can't play. Can't be part of the game. Now Knockoff is still a thing. So what I would like to do is maybe Protect to stop the Knockoff. And take less damage against Landorus. And I'm just going to hit straight into the Incineroar because I think Landorus is going to Terra Poison, which means that my attacks are not going to do as much. Now, Knockoff is not going to do anything to Fluttermane now just because of the fact that I now have no item. So no Terra on either side. Blast. It's a decent amount. Drops, special attack, let's go. U-turn goes off and protects. And are you going to do Sludge Bomb? Oh, U-turn was off Landorus. Okay. Parting Shot goes off the Fluttermane. Drops its special attack one stage, which is not great. It's not great at all. Probably... Ah, Amoonguss. Amoonguss, and I don't have... neither Whimsicott or Ogerpon. Redirection's probably going to be a little bit of a pain. Let's do that. And let's protect on Flutterwing this time. Let's do that. Let's get the stuff here. U-turn goes off. Oh my goodness. Are you like scarfed Landers or something? It might be. It's only using U-turn so far. Spore goes into Photograph. That is to set up Trick Room later on. 100% what that's supposed to be. Protect. I'm gonna hit Landorus now. Photograph is asleep. Blast. That -1 helped you. Okay, here comes Calyrex. I mean, it also could be Incineroar, but no, this is Calyrex. This is the open that they wanted to have in the first place. This is their ideal open. This is what they wanted. 100%. Terra, and it's gonna be fire. And here I am with no ground user. That's not great. That's fine. It's Shadow Ball. It's gonna be asleep. It has to have its mandatory turn of sleep. It's very unlikely that it'll wake up. I'm really hoping Frigoraph does though, because then Imprison will come in and stop the Trick Room. Frigoraph, come on. Give me that wake up. Fluttermane is asleep. No! Here comes the Trick Room. On top. Not very effective. There is the Trick Room. No! See if I get lucky again. Hey, Fluttermane woke up. Let's go. Protect. Now, Frigoraph, I need you to wake up now. Clear Smog does nothing. I mean, yeah, use that. Clear Smog does nothing against Fluttermane. Ooh, wake up. Oh, let's go. And guess what? Reversal. Reversal. Protect. Also protects. Good call. Absolutely good call. Shadow Ball. Sport. Goes into the Protect. Prison, so you stop that. I'm gonna Shadow Ball Calyrex again. You're probably gonna be forced to Terra this time, because you know I have Shadow Ball. Is it gonna get a KO? No, but I am gonna stop you using Trick Room for a turn. And that's all I really need. If I can stop you using something for one turn, I'm okay with it. I'm absolutely okay with it. There's Terra. It's going to Calyrex and it's going to go fire. Please be water. That'd be also dope. Oh, it's water. Okay. Yeah. No. Everything I have is then neutral. Yay. I'm okay with this. This was a good outcome for me too. Battle Ball. Decent. Prison. Smog. That is gonna unfortunately gonna get the KO. Does that allow it to use Trick Room then, or am I free? Yep. Okay. I was like, did it work? Does it work? No, it does. No, absolutely. Okay. Bring in Zama. White guard. And Moonblast. Okay. You're going to be really on the defensive, so I need to create a time where I can bring out. Oh no, Zama just got spored. Yep, there it is. Maybe Terra Grass or Zama. No, that doesn't do anything, especially if I'm right in front of the Calyrex. Fluttering, we're kind of using up our Trick Room turns. Spore goes to the Protect. Glacial Lance. It's not going to do anything to Fluttermane. It's going to do very little to Zama. +1. Yeah. Yep. They ain't doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. Board state. Trick Room has 2 more turns. We swap to Chien Pao. I think Spore's gonna go into that slot regardless. So I can't allow the +1 though. So we'll swap. Chien Pao can be put to sleep. I guess that's fine. This is gonna put Moongus into checkmate. Now they have to really decide which one they want to save the most. But I think I'm in range to knock out this Calyrex. Yeah, so I knew the Spore was going to come in. High Horsepower is going to come in to Zama. I mean, that's a lot more damage. Is Zama still asleep? Not good. That. I know I have to have my dedicated first turn of sleep, doesn't really matter, so I'm just going to do this. It's Pollen Puff, Clear Smog, Pollen Puff. It's super effective against Chien Pao. Our first power. It's not enough to get the Zama. Hey, Zama woke up, let's go. Body Press. Not enough to get the KO, but Chien Pao is still asleep. Dimensions return to normal. Okay, I think you're going to protect on Calyrex because that's the only thing you can do. Now, if you have Rage Powder, this is a perfect time for you to do your thing. I am going to do this and hope for the wake up. I knew it, Rage Powder. Okay. Chien Pao, wake up. Come on, wake up. No! Dang it. I needed the wake up. I needed that wake up. That was important. I knew that was gonna come out. Chien-Pao would have woken up when it went right into that. That was a double KO in my court right there. 100%. See if this works. Dang it. You know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Chien-Pao is still asleep. They don't know which one that was. Score goes into Zama. They just know that I used a move that was effective. They don't know which one. Please, Chien-Pao, wake up and didn't do enough damage. Yep, let's go. Yes, it's enough. Let's go. Woo! Down goes the Cali Rex. Should have done that last turn. Zama's still asleep. That's probably Incineroar. Intimidate, which is actually really bad on both my Pokemon. Super bad, in fact. Swap to my Fluttermane now. This Chien-Pao's awake. I don't care if Fluttermane's asleep, but I can't get knocked out by Incineroar. This is fine. I'm hoping that Zama wakes up now. Yeah, you ain't doing nothing. I didn't switch him out for a reason. Oh. Come on, Zama, wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Oh, Trick Room's got one more turn. Wake up. I've seen all four. The problem I have... You know what? I'll take it. I'll risk it. It's a really, really big risk, but you know what? I'll take it. Them come back because Trick Room mass or falls after this turn, which is why I'm okay with switching. On Puff. And heal Incineroar. Knock off. Okay, dimensions return to normal. Ice Spinner into you. Effect into you. Now Landorus is still pretty fast, so I do have to play this a little bit more safer, but Fluttermane is the faster person on the field. So as long as they survive somewhat, I should be fine. That's fine. You can eat one of those. I know you did Rage Powder on for a reason. Yeah, knock off. I was like yeah, no, they're gonna knock off. KO the Chien-Pao. Pop the Life Orb. Bring back Zama. 28 HP does not get the defense boost back. Alright. This is going to be my win here, right here. Fluttermane needs to wake up. Hit the Landorus. Landorus is faster, which means it's Scarfed. Which means they won. Oh, it would have mattered anyway. Fluttermane's asleep. Oh. That was a hard fight coming back. I had to last through 2 full rotations of Trick Room and I reversed one. Like, that was not an easy fight whatsoever. And I'm looking at the clock and it's like 18 minutes long. Super good fight. I'm hoping you guys like that one. Almost same team. Let's go. We have Ice Rider Calyrex, Landorus Incarnate, Urshifu, Chiyu, wow, Iron Valiant, and Raging Bolt. Huh? Having Fargraph right away was a good decision. I think having someone else next to it is even a better decision. So let's go ahead and do Fargraph and Ogerpon this time. As if that's, depending on that Urshifu, we do have a way to get over it. Now, if that Chiyu is going to remain Terra Fire, we're actually in trouble, but we are going to be able to outpower and most likely outspeed the Iron Valiant. We're also going to bring in Qian Pao and Zama because we're not going to have any reason to really focus on speed tiers. We're generally going to outspeed everyone except for 2, and that is depending on if they have the Scarf or not. And that's just a general idea. Everyone else is incredibly slow outside of Iron Valiant, Urshifu, and Landorus Incarnate. So Iron Valiant comes out on the field with Calyrex, Ice Rider with Fargraph, and Ogerpon. Ogerpon breaks the mold. Fork Drive activated by the boost energy, and speed was heightened. Okay. So, are you gonna imprison me? That would be interesting if they know imprison. I don't know if they know Trick Room. I'm gonna imprison in the event that they can't do it themselves. And then I'm gonna go ahead and Terra. And I'm gonna wait. I'll wait to see what they do for Calyrex. I think Calyrex is gonna Terra here because I put Ogerpon out there, which is a huge threat to them. But I don't know what Iron Valiant is going to do. It's usually used as a setup Pokemon, so I don't know. They can't use any priority moves because Fargraph's out there. And they could have Imprison. There's the Terra. This is probably going to go to Calyrex. It does. Fire. Water. Okay. So Grass is a good option here against that Pokemon. So we might go Hornleech on that turn. Coaching gets the +1. It's not enough. It will not be enough. Ivy Cudgel. It'll survive 1, but it won't be able to do 2. Because, like, the +1 still doesn't KO Fargraph, and it won't KO Ogerpon either. And I am imprisoned, so no Trick Room for them. They can't even protect. Now, Urshifu could be Rapid Strike, but Aqua Jet does not work. And I outspeed unless it's Scarf. But that doesn't mean it is Urshifu and is why am I correct all the time? Why am I right? I don't want to be right. God dang it. I want to be wrong. Let's go ahead and hit the Calyrex. It does have a +1 to its defenses now, so it is neutral. When I hit this thing, detect, okay? But I think I'm faster than... That's a lot. That's a lot. And I'm going to hit. I'm going to gain all that HP back because it cannot protect. Lance. It will take down the Fargraph. I thought Fargraph was faster than Calyrex. Apparently it is not. But it now has access to its defenses. So... bring in Zama. Now what are you gonna pick? Go and body press. Urshifu. I think he's gonna Aqua Jet Ogerpon and take it out. I really think that's gonna be the case, and I'm gonna swap. I am gonna swap. If that's the case, I don't want to get hit. I mean, it's not gonna do as much damage. It is a +1 for its attack. Technically +2 now, but it's not enough to get the KO. But I just don't want Ogerpon to be taken down by Urshifu because it will have Aqua Jet. There's no reason why it wouldn't. Strikes, no protects, so did not go for Aqua Jet, went for Surgeon Strikes instead. Chief Pouches barely lives. Body press into the Urshifu, brings it down to just barely sash. There's your Lance. Should have went into Calyrex, but I wasn't sure it was going to protect or not. That's okay. I think I'm faster unless they go Jolly. They might be faster, I'm not sure. But we'll find out. I am faster than Calyrex for sure. But I think they're going to protect this time. That is a +3 now, so it's going to be harder to take down. But I think they'll tone it a little bit. I'm not sure. Come on. Oh, I'm faster. Okay, thank goodness. So either I'm faster or I won the 50-50. In either case, that was insane. That one was probably a little bit more bulkier. So it kind of is what happens when you decide to go through that tree. Oh, that tree. Pokemon goes down. I was like, oh man, the Horn Leech should have went into that slot, but it didn't really matter. Both of them would have been the same. It absolutely would not have mattered. I could have wide guarded there to give my Ogerpon just a little bit more, because now it is 2v1 and one Pokemon might be at low health, the other one's not. So depending on what it is, we might be in trouble. If it's Landorus Eye, we're definitely in trouble. But if it's not, I think we're in better shape. I mean, because Calyrex has barely any HP, and he's not doing as much damage to me because I'm built to withstand a ton of these attacks. No, Raging Bolt? I mean, that is a lot. Isn't enough to get the KO. What? Let's hit Raging Bolt thinking that it's going to protect. I think it is going to protect this time. As they know their biggest attacker right now is Calyrex. If it goes down and I outspeed, they have to use Electro Web for Calyrex to outspeed Zama, but they have to eventually protect. Eventually they have to. Body press. No protects. Thunderbolt. Dang. That might have, no, that wouldn't have won me the game. I would have taken down Calyrex. Thunderbolt would have came in after that. And then I would have No, I wouldn't have gotten the KO. Yeah, they would have taken a little bit more damage because of Life Orb, but it's not enough for me to be able to get that huge hit. Dang, yeah, that one turn where I could have had more for... If I would have did Wide Guard, stop the Glacial Lance from hitting both my Pokemon, Zama would have had a little bit more HP. Ogerpon would have been on the field. Although it might have still been taken down because of Thunderclap. But I would have had an easier chance of taking down Calyrex and then focus on Raging Bolt, if that makes sense. Because the turn would have changed. They would have to focus on Ogerpon for a minute. As Ogerpon would have went into Calyrex, Raging Bolt thunderclaps, maybe gets the KO. Zama goes into Calyrex, KOs it, depending on if they do the same turns, right? And then I go straight into Raging Bolt, and I outspeed, and by the damage calcs, it looks like I will get the KO first, which means we would have gotten the W there. I want to know what speed tier their Urshifu was. It looked like a little bit more of a bulkier set. It wasn't Scarf, didn't have a choice item, because it used Detect and then Surgent Strikes after that. Yeah, interesting. I'm really, really interested. All right, we have Shadow Rider Calyrex, Incineroar, Tatsugiri, Dondozo, Palafin, okay, and Sneasler. So in this instance, do I need to worry about outspeeding or underspeeding? That's an interesting question. Let's go ahead and bring these in. Fire Claw. Flip turn can also be a problem. I think Dondozo is going to be my biggest issue. In this one. I think I can take down everyone else. It's just Dondozo. I'm not 100% sure what they're going to do with Palafin. I want to see what they do with Palafin though. Palafin is so cool. If you guys don't have access to Urshifu, Palafin is a really good choice of a water Pokemon you can use. You can also use the water version of Tauros for Paldea. Super good as well, if you guys don't have access to Urshifu. Okay, Dondozo and Palafin. Okay. So Tatsugiri is probably in the back. So let's go ahead and Elwind. What are you gonna do? I guess that's my question. What is your first? Are you gonna hard retreat Palafin to bring in Tatsu? You know what? I'm gonna Spiky Shield. I want to see what this is. I think this is a bait. 100% a bait. Are you gonna Terra Donzo 2 to be grass or water? If it's water, bro. Also, shiny Tatsu. Let's go. Okay, Commander Boost. So this is my first boss I have to deal with, and I know Palafin's in the back, which is going to come out in Tiro form, and possibly, most likely, I'm going to have to deal with Calyrex in the back. Here comes the Terra as well. What is your Terra type? Ground. Okay. I'm not super afraid. I have Chiantao in the back, which auto outspeeds you outside of Tailwind, so I don't have to worry about it. So this is going to get set up, so that's cool. Are you going to Wave Crash or are you going to Earthquake? Earthquake. Okay. Okie dokie. Oh, you didn't take down a Whimsy. Let's see, are you going to protect? No protects. I wanted the neutral hit, not the super effective hit. Which is why I didn't Terra. Most likely I will Terra next turn if I don't get hit. Nope, it's the devil. I'm okay with that. I'm absolutely okay with that. I could have protected with the Whimsicott, but I wanted to attempt them to use protect. And that's what I wanted. Come on out, Chi and Pow. And come on out, Zama. This is probably Banded Dondozo. I'm not 100% sure. No, is it? I don't know. I need to pay a little bit more attention. We're gonna wide guard. Deck the team. Ice Spinner in the Dondozo. That's super effective hit. I mean, Ogerpalm was able to outspeed this thing doubled. So my instincts are telling me that they didn't do that. And by do that, I mean they didn't put any investment into speed. Probably all went into ball. Okay, Palafin, welcome. We're gonna go ahead and do this. And I'm gonna go ahead and hit Tatsugiri. Do I... That's a question. Which one do I want on Terra? I mean, Palafin's gonna do a lot of damage regardless. I just don't want to get hit with a fighting type move. Either one of these Pokemon would be bad. Let's hit you, and I'm gonna body press you. I'm thinking that the fighting move can go into Chi and Pow and knock it out. It's also going to Zama, but it's got a +1, so it's unlikely that it's going to do that. But in the event that it does, this should help me survive the hit. Sucker Punch fails. Doing... What move are they doing? Woke up on... Okay. What are you doing? Taunt. That stops the wide guard. That does absolutely stop the wide guard. Sword. Oh, it just doesn't get the KO. That sucks. Body press. That does. Punch. I mean, I got hit with a move I didn't want to get hit by. I got hit by a move I did not want to get hit by, but that's okay because now here comes Calyrex and he literally can't do nothing. And I outspeed Calyrex. It's not. It's Incineroar. Okay. Your big baddie was literally, it was literally Dondozo. Okay. Fake Out goes into Zama. Sucker Punch goes into Elephant. Does not. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? Zama flinch can move. Punch. It's getting its head beaten. It's literally getting its head beaten. Okay, so we're gonna try that again. Now defense drops does not do anything to body press. Or I mean sorry, attack drops does not do anything to body press. Or at least it shouldn't. If it does, I'm gonna be mad. Punch. Okay. Put guards on Zacian. Are you serious? Flare Blitz. Game's over. Game is over. I could just barely get the HP that that Palafin was getting is too strong. I had every right to win that match. Every single bit. Dang it. Dang it. That match 100% should have been mine. 100%. But I didn't have anything to take down water types after Palafin went down. I just didn't. I didn't have any electric type moves. I didn't have anything set up for because I was so prepared for Calyrex and no one else, and didn't even think about you know what, I should have just taken on the Palafin. Should have just focused down on the Palafin as soon as it came back out on the field. Took down if I would have just taken down the Palafin before I took down Tatsugiri, that game would have been completely different. I bet 100%. Oh, all right. We've got Ice Rider, Calyrex, Sinistcha, Iron Valiant, Urshifu, Landorus, Incarnate, and Incineroar. I can't get rid of these ponies. Does anyone else play anything besides Shadow Rider and Ice Rider? Come on. Come on. I want to play against something else now, please. I want to play against something else. I guess I can't be too upset, right? Because this is a good way to practice against what the typings that people are going to use. We are going to kind of start off like we did last time with the Furgraph Ogerpon. There's a lot of Pokemon on that side that is weak to what I can bring in. I'm also going to bring in Chien-Pao and Zamazenta. I could potentially do a lot of damage to Urshifu depending on what it is. I'm not gonna be able to really. I can take down Iron Valiant pretty easily, especially with the speed boost. I would like to have someone or something with Haze. The only one that I could do if I were to put it on a Pokemon I have on my team, Chien-Pao, I think is the only one from. I think Chien-Pao is the only one that can learn Haze. Am I willing to put some adjustments into that? Not sure yet. That would be really helpful, especially for doubles next month. So it could be very, very beneficial. Also, this is really, really laggy for something or for some reason. So that's dope. Okay, as one. Two abilities, Unnerve. And I got the Mold Breaker. Hey, Quark Drive, Booster Energy. It's speed. Okay. So it's kind of like what that other build was doing. We're gonna imprison, so no more protects. And you know what? I'm just gonna start. I can't. I'm gonna go after this. I don't know if that's water or grass. If it's grass, it's bad. If it's water, we do have a counter to it. But if it's fire, I do nothing to it. And I would rather wait until I get confirmation of what that is. I would much rather wait. Absolutely. Now Taunt could also come out from Iron Valiant, hit into Furgraph, which then stops my Imprison, which then stops the whole Trick Room shenanigans. I doubt that's going to be the case, but we'll see. Terato. Ogerpon. Make it fire. So now I'm not taking neutral damage. I now resist it. Are they going to do the same? They are going to Terra. Is this Calyrex? Is it fire? It's fire. Okay. I could have taken a guess and just went straight for that slot, but that's going to happen next turn. Coaching. Yep, this is kind of like what that other team was doing. I'm going to take out the target because if they have coaching, they're probably got taunt as well, and I don't want to deal with that. Imprison's going to stop them from doing whatever they're going to want to do for like Trick Room. That +1 is going to make it hard, but I can at least start putting pressure on it. Ooh, Furgraph. It's not good, buddy. It's absolutely not good. Now, Imprison did go before Ice Rider. That's good to know for me. Intimidate, so Ogerpon becomes neutral. Protect, and I'm going to go straight for Horn Leech. Because they can't fake out. Go right on ahead. These are Master Ball folks. These are not going to be general. These are going to be people that tend to not make a ton of mistakes. So the battles that I now am battling against are people that do this a lot. And I'm not upset at all from being in the right now top 5K. Not upset at all. So we're gonna see what happens here. Protect on the Frigoraph so we can take a little bit more hits. Horn Leech and just a little bit of HP as I possibly can. It is gonna be a 3-hit KO, especially now since I lost my +1. Taunt. Okay. Glacial Lance. Okay. Voice. And goes right into. We'll go into Ice Rider. Can't protect. It's literally a sitting duck. They have to swap out here or kind of face the consequences. Kind of. I mean. But right now it does have a +1 as a potential of getting +2. Maybe in a +3. We shall see. And what they decide. Withdrew Incineroar. Here comes Sinistcha, probably. Still can't read that. Okay. Landis. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. That wasn't a crit. Thank you. Hyper Voice. It was not enough to get the KO, but it gets it down to range. Glacial Lance. That is a double. So as unfortunate as that was, I couldn't really do anything to stop Burgraff from going down, and I needed to do something. But now I brought in the 2 Pokemon that I didn't. I did have Zama, but I didn't have Chi Pao, and Chi Pao would definitely help against against Landorus. It also would help a lot against the Pokemon in the back too. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to. Did you Sandsteer? No. You would absolutely go for Earth Power. Okay, you withdrew. Here comes Incineroar. Are you going to protect, or are you going to do something else? Oh, you don't protect at all. Ice Spinner into Incineroar. I'm going to do very little damage, but it doesn't really matter. Body Press. Down goes Calyrex. Okay, now comes Landorus again. I'm going to protect, and in the off chance, I'm just going to Whack Guard. I mean, you could go Sandsteer, but I doubt it. Earth Power is a lot better. I just want to prevent that. That would obviously go into Chi Pao, but I just didn't know what Landorus is going to do. Earth Power, okay. I mean, it does a lot, but it's not going to get the KO whatsoever. I am going to do this and hit this Incineroar with with body press, which should KO both. I don't know how fast Landorus is, but I don't think it's scarfed this time. Okay, they do protect. It's not scarfed, so it's got to be life orb. The spinner's gonna fail. Okay, body press. Into Ensign, gets the KO. Oh. That's just this Landorus. What you got for me, Landorus? Nope, nothing. Okay. Oh boy. Oh, these Ice Rider teams, man, they're something else. Especially when they do co-op or speed tiers, like they don't really care what the speed tier is like as long as they can do some sort of outspeed shenanigans. Like for Qian Pao specifically, if I don't have to worry about outspeeding anyone specifically, Ogre Pawns would be it. Urshifu's would be it. Landorus would also be it. Tornadoses, obviously they stop after a while. I would want to make sure that I can cover the Pokemon that I know that are going to be heavily affected by Ice Spinner. So if I were to redo Qian Pao, I think going as fast as Landorus Incarnate is where I would want to stop. And I think that is because of its speed tier. And I'm going to bring that up. Don't lag on your computer. That's not great. Okay, so we're going to make it level 50. So we need to see what that is. Let's do Timid, because that's what I think everyone likes to go to. It stops at 168. So if I wanted to make sure that I outspeed Ogre Pawns, let's just pick just a Ogre Pawn. Oh, this one's specifically grass. I mean, well, no, we're not going to do grass. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter which one that we pick, because it stops at 162, but Jolly, it goes to 178. Whimsy stop at 184. Tornadoes, I think, stop at 180 or 179, I think that's where they stop. Where, yeah, here we go. He stops, yeah, 179. So it looks like if I wanted to outspeed anyone that was not specifically built to outspeed everyone, let's do, well, not this one. We don't need to import. I just want to add Urshifu, Rapid Strike, because it doesn't really matter which one that we pick. I just want to see what the speed tier is at 50. And we'll pick Jolly. So 163. Yeah, I think the highest I would want to go is Whimsicott, which is 184. So as long as I was able to outspeed Whimsies, I will be fine. So I should probably look into that and see what I can use for other slots to make Qian Pao a little bit better. I do have to still go Jolly for Qian Pao, but if I'm able to do a ton of damage and sacrifice a little bit of its speed, you could see like a really, really good result. Let's see what it would look like. I would save... I would have 144 EVs remaining after lowering it down. I made it so it was 185. So I won't be able to outspeed corresponding Qian Paos, but that doesn't really matter. I outspeed everyone else outside of Scarf. And I think I even still outspeed quite a few people after that. Still outspeed Fluttermanes because of Sucker Punch. I would still do a decent amount of damage because I wouldn't really touch anything about attack. So maybe I can invest a little bit more into Bolt. But I don't know if I'll go that far. It is something to look into for sure. All right. Finally, no, not a Calyrex team. Let's go. We have Miraidon, Whimsicott, Farigiraf, Chi-Yu, Urshifu, not sure which one, and Ursaluna. Ursaluna is also really, really fun. I think Ursaluna is one of the other Pokemon that has one name, shares two different types. Probably not two different types, but you can't use the regular Ursaluna and Blood Moon Ursaluna. They're still technically the same Pokemon. I just thought it would be really, really cool facts. Anyway, we're going to bring in Whimsicott and Chien-Pao because we know exactly what we're going to be doing here. We're going to also bring in Zamazenta. I kind of don't know what to pick for my last one, though. Fluttermane would be great. I think Ogerpon's better. Fluttermane does have like a really good edge against Ursaluna, but it's not always going to be the typing that gets hit for Facade. And I think this is an afterthought. So it's like, okay, well, I can do either Trick Room or Tailwind, depending on what happens in the beginning. We have... Okay. We have Farigiraf and Urshifu right off the bat. So that's not great for us. I'm gonna hit you. And I'm not sure why, but there's a slight. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. There we go. Okay. Now I'm not hearing it play off of my computer. Swap out to Ogerpon. I think that's the best option. I'll take a neutral hit against the water attacks, and Urshifu doesn't take down Chien-Pao right away, and Ogerpon's slower than Chien-Pao, so I'll take that. Protect on the Farigiraf. Also, shiny Farigiraf. Let's go. Moonblast right into the Urshifu. It's really close, but it doesn't get the KO though because it's bulkier. Here comes Surgeon Strikes. And it's unfortunately is going to take down the Ogerpon. Shucks. But that tells me that this Urshifu is not very bad. Now I did sacrifice Ogerpon. I was hoping that I'd be able to survive a little bit more. It is neutral hits, so this is probably a Mystic Water build. I will do damage against it there. And Sacred Sword into Farigiraf. Now Farigiraf's not going to take a ton of damage against Sacred Sword. It is it's normal Psychic, so it's neutral. Like normal Pokemon are usually weak against fighting type moves because it's Psychic and Psychic resist it. Sacred Sword. As a third. Probably a little bit more than a third. I don't know. Moonblast, take down Urshifu, but they're going to get set up with Trick Room. They're absolutely going to set up with Trick Room, yeah. There it is. I could have brought in my own, but I don't think it would have done anything. Now comes Chi-Yu. Okay. Let's go ahead and protect on full. So I technically can't do anything right now. Oh, I can now, but I can't. Can and can't. Good call. Excellent call. Is it good enough? Heat Wave does nothing. Is that double protected? The Rigraff should be coming in that slot. I'm just going to Sacred Sword the Ursaluna. No switches. That's not good. That is not good. That's not good at all. Claw. It's a crit to the Whimsy? Bro, calm down. Heat Wave. It's a KO. Other bro, calm down. Just kidding. There's not a whole lot that I can do here. They got Trick Room up. I couldn't really do anything. I thought they were going to switch to Rigraff to stop me from using Sucker Punch. That's what I would have done. But now they've got me pretty much set. Body Pass. You know what? I'm gonna hit the Chi because I'm slower than it, I think. Oh, here comes the Earth. That's going to go to Ursaluna. Ghost. Stop the stuff I could have done to it. Long rush. A lot of damage, but not enough. Press. Sash. Dang it, Sash. That's alright. It was a good game. As soon as they got up Trick Room, it was really, really hard. First time I got to see a different team using a different legend, and I got beat out by kind of like the same mechanic that I'm having issues with. And I'm saying like same mechanic that I'm having issues with. It's just Trick Room, realistically. I like having teams with maximum speeds. And that's just because of the fact that I hate fighting against mirror matches and them outspeeding me to the point to where I can't lower down anyone's speed. I would much rather sacrifice their attack, like their main attack stat, than to give up the speed stat just because of the fact that's been at least an issue in the past. Is that something that I am weary of now? Not really. As a matter of fact, I don't get to see it as often. Like other Ogrepons, like if there's another one that's fire, I outspeed it, and it's because they sacrifice their speed. And when I go to websites like Showdown and use their damage calculator, which is a really good source of information when it works, it's a little bit of sarcasm, right? It does work, but sometimes, and it's probably because they don't tell anyone when they're updating it, so the calculations are off. Sometimes I'll go in there and Swords of Ruin doesn't activate. As a matter of fact, I don't even see it in the thing right now. Oh, there it is. Okay, so you had to click doubles for it to actually activate. But sometimes Sword of Ruin doesn't activate. So it's weird sometimes. But like Ogrepon, for fire specifically, they use a really cool set. Where are you? There you are. For an offensive redirector. They put 188 EVs into HP, 76 into attack, 52 in defense, 4 in special defense, and the rest in speed. Capping it at 154. If this was the set that I wanted to try to beat, I could. Why? Because I would want to beat this set, either outspeed it or do more damage or just live a few more hits. A Portland regional that I had there, let me bring up the thing here. I attended a Portland regional using this set, and it did fairly well that a lot of people loved it. they wanted to use this Ogerpon set. And had 24 HP, 252 attack, 164 defense, and 68 special defense. And that made it so that I was able to survive quite a bit. I also used the Brave Nature to kind of deal with Trick Room and all the shenanigans that fell beyond it. In Showdown specifically, they use Adamant. I also use Adamant. And with my Ogerpon set, against this one, I wish they would just, there we go. With my Adamant set, against theirs, let's say Ivy Cudgel, and I use Horn Leech because I like healing. And I started using Stomping, so I'll put in Stomping. Okay, so they are doing more damage to me because I don't have any HP in bulk whatsoever. And bulk is HP. You can do HP and then like some other special, like special defense or something like that. Mine is specifically meant to outspeed. So I do like my base attack is 189. And if I Terra, it gives me the +1. So now I do more damage than them. Their Ivy Cudgel to me is 69 to 81%. Mine to them, since I outspeed, is 64 to 75. If I Terra, it now goes from 64 to 75 to 128 to 151 to theirs. And that is because I not only outspeed, I do a ton of damage, and I have my +1 to attack, which is why I have the set that I have. But again, when I built the set that I mentioned before, the one that a lot of people like, I never terrestrialized my Ogerpon, and I think that was a huge mistake on my part. I liked having the dual function or the dual elements of the Pokemon, but if I'm going to be this offensive pressure Pokemon trainer where I do as much damage as I possibly can within a limited time of 4 turns, that is the kind of things that I need. So the speed aspects, I could definitely throw away. I could go back to just using 130, none, and do stuff like Brave, which then takes my speed down to 117, which underspeeds a ton of different Pokemon. Not Urshifu, not Rillaboom, not necessarily Groudon or Kyogre, but it does allow me to open up the gates to be able to do stuff, depending on what you want to do with it. So it's fairly easy to make sets like this and do like a good job. You just got to know what you want to do with it at the time of building. So Trick Room, while it's a problem, I do need to make sure that I can outspeed other Pokemon. So if I do Tailwind, I need to be able to outspeed Shadow Riders. So anything over 117 is anything good. I just have to hit 117. And why 117? It's 234. That's all. 222 is really, really good, but then you come into that weird number. But with me being 252 and Adamant, I am 324 under Tailwind. And unless they have Scarf, they're not beating 324. It's 333, but 324 is not bad either. Absolutely not. Okay. So in this in our ending video for our season rank climb, we end our rank at 4,276. Now, we were at 23, maybe 2,100, and we were 8-4. We won 1 and lost 4. So we're tied, but this is not where I kind of want to turn things, right? We did come across 2 Calyrex, pretty much 4 Calyrexes, 1 Miraidon team, 2 Shadow Riders, 2 Ice Riders, and having each one corresponding with the other was really, really interesting. Switching the Calyrexes to the more coaching builds is really interesting. It looks like they don't try to rely on having that Brick Room aspects, but that first game that we had really heavily went into that. We actually went into it, I reversed it, and then lasted almost 10 turns to get out of it, just to not come in, just to not deal with it as much. Was really, really interesting, super interesting. Like I said, like if they use Iron Valiant, it doesn't look like they're going to go into the speed of things, but I think a lot of people rely on Trick Room and the lower ranks of Calyrexes, and then maybe the higher ranks of Shadow Riders. They rely on either Tailwind or just having no abilities activated, period. So me having both Whimsicott and Farigiraf is showing me to be like the best option to have of both worlds. Is it going to be the end all be all? I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to see right now, just because of the fact that Whimsicott is not, I mean, it can set up and it can do like a couple of like cool different things, but if I'm not careful, I'm gonna end up using like a move that I shouldn't on a Pokemon that I shouldn't, right? We did lose against a team of Dondozo that didn't have their big bad, but we also lost a team of a Ice Rider that just brought in Raging Bolt to kind of deal with like the mirror matches. It seems everyone's switching away from fire for Calyrexes, which is good, because you bring out our grass type, but they're going to be weak against the only typing that they have. And you can even bring out an electric type Pokemon, and the one that can do the most damage right now is Raging Bolt, and not a lot of people really want to deal with that in front of Ice Rider Calyrex. So you're kind of like in a really weird place with that Pokemon. I think it's a little bit easier to deal with Shadow Riders. I think Ice Riders is where a lot of people like myself kind of struggle. I could potentially go, instead of being Terra Fighting with Zamazenta, maybe going Terra Electric, just to kind of doing that extra damage on Terra Blast. I don't have a Pokemon with Terra Blast, and that would be really beneficial to use, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't think switching up a Pokemon like that is going to be the best benefit, because right now I kind of like the moves where they're at, while Crunch in itself is kind of like an obscure pick, but I don't know if that makes sense. It's really, really weird how Body Press can do a ton of damage on some Pokemon and then not on others. So maybe that's why I have Terra Fighting on Zama, so that I can actually do damage against those types. But if I have to Terra Fighting it, I don't know. So far I haven't had to use it. I think there was a season where I did use it a couple of times and it did work out in my favor, but I'm not sure if that would fit here, especially when people using, in the Master Ball tier anyway, the correct Terra targets on Pokemon that may or may not benefit from it the most. So we have identified where we want to be and the Pokemon that we should be using. We still need to identify how do we deal with the Pokemon that's in front of us. If they don't have Farigiraf, I should be able to bring in Pokemon like Whimsicott with Fake Tears, or Tornadoes, or anyone that has like Scary Face. If I can find a Pokemon that drops defenses, I think that we'll have an easier time, but it's going to be really interesting for the rest of the month, because next month we have doubles. And I'm excited, like down on the download, like just be honest, like, come here guys, come close. I'm excited for doubles, but I'm also dreading it at the same time, because we're gonna have to fight against the same teams all the time. And I mean, it's not new, it's not a different story, but the meta is gonna severely change when doubles come out. When we go to the two restricteds, it's going to be insane. I predict a lot of weather setters, or at least some, or Rayquaza is going to obviously hit the field. They have to. Rayquaza just turning off the weather. No, everyone. Oh, this is it, right? They're gonna do a Calyrex and Terapagos. Now here, listen to me. Hear me out. You might be right in the comments. Like, you're dumb. You might be right. Calyrex, but Terapagos stops weather and stops terrain. You do not need to use your Terras on Shadow Riders, but Ice Riders you do. But if you have a Calyrex next to a Terapagos and you Terra that at the right time, you have something that's going to be incredibly hard to take down. absolutely hard to take down because you have two mega people that are just like right there that you easily take advantage of either the physical attacks with Ice Rider, or you have two massive special attackers on the field that can literally wipe the floor with anyone. Literally. Now that is going to support a lot of wide guard users and like feint users. I would definitely suggest grabbing a couple of those, and I would probably grab probably Will-O-Wisp. I would honestly, I think those are going to be good. I want to do more research on Eerie Impulse, the special attack variant of what you could see like on anything else. Eerie Impulse drops special attack 2 stages, and I think that could actually be a benefit to us somehow. I'll have to figure out what the equation is going to look like. But if I can make Fluttermane do a little less damage with Eerie Impulse, I don't see why we can't do it for anyone else. That's something to think about. I'm sorry for taking a lot of your guys' time. I'm just kind of theory crafting on the fly here. So that's going to be it for me. I'm hoping you guys enjoyed the show. And if you guys want to show your support and appreciation for what you saw, please consider leaving a like down, leave a like on the video, comment down below, subscribe if you're new or a brand new viewer. We're trying to hit 600 subs by the end of the year, and I know that we can hit that with your guys' help. Lots of other stuff in the description. I will see you guys again tomorrow when we continue on. And like I said, you'll have videos for the rest of the week outside of Saturday, where the rotation starts all over again, and more to come. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. I'll see you next time.